So at what point did Vietnam come into the picture for you?
65. Between when I got out of advanced electronics school in 62, I went to Norfolk, well, Dam Neck, Virginia, which is near Norfolk, and there I went to guided missile radar school. And once I went into missile systems, that was it. I never went back to gun systems anymore, not officially. So guided missile radar school was, I think, about 20 weeks. Most of the advanced schools were about 20 weeks long. So I got there in October 62, and I left in March 63. And by then I was 21, so it was a whole new ball game. I went to sea in San Diego for about 4 months. Then I went to Great Lakes to school to learn weapon direction systems. And from there, I went to Bremerton, Washington, where there's a ship being built. It's called pre-commissioning detail. And you get to be there with the people who are building the ship, see what goes into it, and all that thing. It's like watching your house being built.
So this was the ship that you were assigned to, that you watched being built?
Yeah.
And how long were you on this ship?
I was there from December 63 until basically December 65.
So did you go to Vietnam?
Yeah, we deployed to Vietnam in 65. We put the ship in commission in June 64. Deployed in April 65. And we got back about 6 months later. And by then I was first class petty officer, E6. And I went to shore duty as an instructor at Guided Missile School in Mare Island.
In the States?
Yeah.
So how much time did you spend in Vietnam?
When you talk about the Navy in Vietnam,
well,
you're talking 20 miles off the coast. That ship was my first deployment. By then I'd been on 4 ships, and I'd only been out of the States for 6 months. Okay. So a typical deployment is 6 to 7 months. The way ships operated during peacetime was in port. When you're stateside, you're in port 2/3 of the time. Okay? And you go out and you do local operation because it's expensive to send ships out to operate. You know, it's like you driving your car, okay, or watching it on TV. It's cheaper to just keep them home and do drills in port. So we'd go out for about 1/3 of the time, in port for 2/3 of the time. And when you're in port, you still do drills. You run drills every day. The old saying is, you know, you train like you fight, and you fight like you train, and that's exactly what we do. You train constantly. You get up, you have breakfast, you go to muster, they put out the word for the day, and you go back and you run drills, you run maintenance. Nowadays, they just plug the ship into a computer. Well, in the old days, there was a box on the pier. That was a trailer. They drag it out to the pier, plug the ship in, and you could run a whole war simulation right there. Nowadays, they don't have to do that. You put the whole thing in a PC.
So when you're practicing shooting missiles, I mean, pardon my, not understanding missiles real well, but did you ever actually fire them?
Oh yeah, when we go out for local operations, we fire missiles. They'd have 2 or 3 major exercises every year. You have to go out and fire just to see how the systems perform. When you plug into one of those computer simulations, it's always going to work right. Okay, so when you go out and you do local ops, then you see how it really works. Okay, when you're sitting alongside the pier, you plug into the ship's receivers, it always receives the proper target. The target is always doing the proper thing because it's a simulation. But when you go out to sea, things break. You run out of parts. I had 4 radars. If one radar breaks, it's down. Okay. If 2 radars break, now you can take parts from 1 radar to get the other one. So you have a minimum of usually 3 radars running at any one time. Now you're talking the 60s and 70s, and when you talk electronics in those days, electronics was still fairly new. cell phone I have has more capability than the computers I worked on. I was the frequency coordinator for the task force. All the ships out there basically have the same capability, and they all operate on the same frequencies, unless you tell them otherwise. So someone has to coordinate which ship's going to operate on which frequency. And we used to load the coordination program from paper tape. Okay. And that was long before floppies or mag tape.